Hi, we're at Shelly Beach at the moment, and as you can see, this is Manna Gum and Stringybark Messmate forest. Very tall trees here. This is a great spot to start spotting some koalas. Manna Gum is their favourite tree. The volatility of the oil in the leaves are very strong, so they like it, but around Christmas time, the oil in these are too strong. It makes them a bit sick. So they'll move to the Stringybarks, to the Messmate. Tips on how to locate the koala is you want to be looking at the ground first, rather than looking up in the trees, not seeing where you're going. So the first indicator is little clusters of leaves, little balls of leaves around the base of a tree. What the koala does, he reaches over and breaks leaves off, and he often drops them. The next one is the scat, and the scat is in the shape of a rugby league ball. So most other things around in the bush, wallaby and kangaroo. So where you see the pointy ends on that, that's from a koala. And another indicator is scratch marks up a tree. So normally the trees they use, you would see some worn-in tracks there and they're clawing up onto the trees there. So the koalas, how they live, there's a dominant male and he patrols about 1.5 kilometres of Manna Gum forest. He has 7, 8 girlfriends in his brood, his harem, and he protects them to stop any unwanted males coming in. So he patrols that area. At dawn and dusk, he'll let out a grunt. Now that grunt's very similar to a wild pig. So if you hear a wild pig at dawn and dusk, you know that's a koala. And the females let out a bit of a screech. And that's generally when the male's climbing up the tree. If she doesn't want him to climb up the tree, she'll start yelling out. And often it's quite a commotion, but generally the female always wins and the male will just walk down and probably look at his watch and go, it's Tuesday, I'll go over and see Maisie today. She's a bit grumpy.